or use the MyNGN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Living a safe life is your right and responsibility in our communities.
They should have an eye checkup once a year.
First activity that we conduct is getting these young girls or women from the danger that they are facing and bringing them into this home.
Most people, the skin doesn't go off. It stopped renewing itself about 5 years ago. We make sure we follow the skin cycle.
Join me, Ishime Kathy, every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. as we discuss matters of safety in our lives on the program Safe Life.
Platinums. Just want to confirm to you that May 24th I'll be performing live at Africa Coffee Park for Coffee Marathon concert, and Diamond Platinums will be performing live. So tell all Mukos, Lion Simba is coming. Gonna have fun, gonna celebrate.
Grab your kit, grab your shoes, because we are running at the Coffee Marathon in Tungamo on the 24th of May. And if running is not your thing, you can show up for the vibes. We close the day at the Coffee Concert with live performances from Diamond Platinums, Sister Charity, and Reggie. Visit www.coffeemarathonug.com to register now for just 30,000 shillings. Your fee includes a marathon kit and full access to the concert. The Coffee Marathon, uplifting rural coffee women out of poverty. Brought to you by Inspire Africa Group.
Across Uganda, the parish development model is paving the way for prosperity, helping families transform their lives through strategic farming practices, like the 4-acre model.
In our Chivaro of 1996, we said first acre, put coffee. Second acre, fruits. The third acre, you put pasture for dairy cows. The fourth acre, for food, cassava. The good thing is that now cassava is also becoming a very good cash product, but at least for food. Then, mind you, the backyard. You put poultry for eggs, you put piggery.
I'm in a 1-acre plot of land. In this 1 acre, Your Excellency, I practice this banana plantation. I also practice coffee. I also have dairy, Your Excellency. Every month, Your Excellency, I get 500,000 from these bunches.
The 7 activities we recommended, they have a big global demand.
We have 10,000 Nile tilapia fish and 10,000 African catfish. And when we sell our 10,000 tilapia, we get in one harvest 20 million shillings.
Fruits, especially capsule, which is called, can do very high value crops like apples. And then finally, those who are near the wetlands, like the ones in Bukit who are wasting the wetlands, they should do fish farming, not in the center of the swamp, but at the edge of the swamp.
From coffee farms to fish ponds, the 4-acre model is empowering Ugandans to transform their lives. The parish development model is your pathway to wealth creation. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome to the Extra. Thank you so much for being with us this cold morning in Kampala. Now, I don't know where you are and what the weather is like, but at least for Kampala here, I assume in the 5 divisions, because in the central division here, it is raining, and in some parts, I'm told it's raining cats and dogs. Now, this speaks volumes to our infrastructure, more so when we look at the infrastructure development in the city. One person once told me that, I'm shocked, and I asked him, why are you shocked? It seems every road leading to the city center, they are working on it. Why are they working on all these roads at the same time, causing jam, knowing it is a rainy season and all that? But good enough, now I have the person who carries all those answers for you, and this is Engineer Justus Engineer Akankwasa. Okay, well, I'll let my guest give me better more of his information regarding to who I have and whom I was sent to host. Now, all I have is someone who is from KCCA in this particular sector and will be giving you and answering to all the questions that we are supposed to put to him, and I also give you an opportunity to ask him regarding these infrastructures and what we see today. Welcome to the studios, and good morning.
Morning, how are you, sir? Good morning, viewers. My name is Engineer Maurice Robert Kairani. I'm the Deputy Director for Roads and Drainage at KCCA. Okay,
thank you so much for that correction. Now, to begin with, when we talk about infrastructure development at KCCA, particularly today, I'm also on the roads. Now, give us an update of the works that are happening, because it seems everywhere something is happening.
Thank you so much. First of all, let me try to paint for you a picture of where we project Kampala to be in terms of our primarily roads and drainage infrastructure in the next 3 or 4 years. Currently, as we stand now, if I start with the statistics, we have 2,104 kilometers of roads. That is paved and unpaved roads. Of these, 770 kilometers are the paved road, the tarmac roads. And these ones constitute about 36.6%. Now, of these, only 13% are in good condition. If you consider good moderate condition. Now, it means the remainder, which is over 23%, is in very, very bad condition. Now, where do we project the network to look like in the next 3 to 4 years? Our projection is that in the next 3 financial years, we should be having from 273.2 kilometers now to about 716 kilometers in good condition. Those are the paved roads. That's more than double. Now, the number of poor paved roads we target to reduce it from 348 to only 81 kilometers. That means we are doing a lot of reconstruction. Now, at the same time, the ones which are fair, from 149 to about 131. Overall, the global picture will be like we shall be moving from 36.6% of paved roads to 44.2% of paved roads. And within this 44.2% of paved roads, 34.1% will be in good condition, as opposed to the current condition where we have out of the 36.6%, only 13% are in what? Are in good condition. Now, how do we intend to get there? Currently, we have a number of ongoing interventions funded by different organizations. There's government of Uganda, which is giving us money. We are also getting money from the African Development Bank. If you have been around for quite some time, you have heard what they call the Kampala City Roads Rehabilitation Project, where we are targeting to about 86.9 kilometers. Under GOU, we have 19.3. Those are multi-year carried over from last year. This financial, we have another 29.8 kilometers, which we have rolled out. Now, we also have under GKMA, where we are targeting to do over 87 kilometers. Okay, that is the Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area Project, which is funded by World Bank. We're also working on a project with a company called Colas. We are targeting to get money from UK Export Finance, and we are targeting to do about 127 kilometers. Now, all these interventions aggregated, it is our hope and our desire that in the next 3 years, we shall have upgraded about 158.5 kilometers. We shall have reconstructed the poor paved roads, 267 kilometers, and also rehabilitated about 17.6. So this will be able to give the picture I was talking about 40.2% good condition and 55.8% gravel roads. Now, When you look at these numbers, like I've been reading, it shows that we are actually doing quite a lot of work. Now, someone is saying that why are we working on the roads now? You know, it takes time to get some of this funding in. Even then, you have to develop the designs. You design the roads, then you look for the money, so you engage government, you engage the stakeholders. Now, when you get money, that's when you implement. And we are not sleeping. That's why currently, as you see, we are working, because that's when we have got the money. So we work when we have the money. We cannot work when we don't have the money. But it is our hope that in the next 3-4 years, our road network will be in a much better position.
Now, you talked about upgrading,
yes,
rehabilitation. What is the other term?
Reconstruction.
Yes. Reconstruction.
Yes.
Help my viewer understand. What is the difference here?
Now, thank you so much. Upgrading is what we traditionally call a maram road. If a maram road to a tarmac road, okay? Then reconstruction is a road which is very, very bad.
Total overhaul.
A total overhaul. It's like you are making it anew, completely. Then that is where we do the reconstruction. We do a redesign of the road because the traffic volume has increased. There are many, the type of traffic using the road has also increased. So we basically do redesign the road and redo it afresh. Okay. Then there is rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is a road which I would say is in fair condition. It doesn't have so many potholes. It's still in a good condition, but you have to continue maintaining a bit to ensure it is able to serve for some additional couple of years. So that's the difference. If the road is really very bad, you know, you repair a pothole today, tomorrow another one comes up, so that one you have to reconstruct. Okay, really the pavement is dead. Like some of these roads, if the road has lasted for more than 20 years, 25 years, you have to reconstruct. If it is 7, 8 years, it is developing 1 or 2, 3 potholes, you can do some rehabilitation. For example, I will give you an example of what we did on one of the roads. These are basically, like I would call them section repairs. So I repair the potholes, then I put what you call an asphalt over on top of them. So that is rehabilitation. But when I come, I rip the entire road, I bring in more material, I improve it, then I put another layer of, say, asphalt. That is reconstruction. So many potholes, you open one, another one opens there, another one. So that one means you have to redo it afresh. Yeah.
Now, engineer, I'm also eager to know, much as we're talking about roads and all that are being worked on, the element of maintenance.
Yes.
Because what happens is, these roads, it starts with one pothole. And as teaching time saves, but that widens until it's getting to almost like KCCA, you know, it widens then, and we ask, this road is deteriorating. Why are you poor at road maintenance?
It is not that we are poor at road maintenance. Ideally, I think even the president was talking about it recently, that the focus has been mainly on developing new roads. But then we have come to the realization, and which is ideal for us as engineers, once you finish a road, you must start maintaining it. Immediately from day one, you have to start maintaining it. But there's been a culture, the culture of maintaining these roads, I think, has not been entrenched. It has not probably been appreciated. And we take so long to get back to this. There's a general feeling that when you do a road, you should wait for 15 years to design life. No, you should not. You should actually start immediately the maintenance process, because it involves a number of activities. I'll give you an example. You know, the culture of our people, they dump solid waste anyhow. So you find a drainage channel is blocked. You have to unblock it. That's part of maintenance. You have to ensure the channels are functioning very well. A pothole, I have said, it has emerged. You have to quickly come and seal it, because otherwise it can expand and even, you know, undermine the pavement. So there has been generally a culture of not a good culture. Ideally, we need also to be investing more money into maintenance. I'll give you an example. Currently, KCCA, we are getting about 10 billion to maintain over 400, 500 kilometers of roads. It's not enough. About 2-3 years ago, it was about 24 billion, but now it has come down. And this financial, as I speak now, we have not even got to the 10 billion. So if we have 7 billion, we cannot do so much. So it comes to funding, it speaks to funding. We need probably to allocate more money. Government needs to be intentional to provide more money for maintenance, and also to appreciate that as soon as a road is finished, there must be a budget for its maintenance. Okay, and then also make in our plans be deliberate that once a road is done, we should not just be focusing on the development. Whatever we construct, we should immediately start maintaining. So ideally it speaks to funding. The funding has been, I think, not sufficient. You find they are giving us, say, maybe 100 billion for development, and then they give you 10 billion for maintenance. Yet you'd be giving us like about 40 billion. Currently, in our projection, we are saying as KCC, we need about 55 billion for maintaining of our roads. So, but if you are getting 10 billion, that is about 20%. You really can't do so much. But ideally, we should be maintaining right from day one if you are going to allow this infrastructure to live its design life.
Now, there's also been an issue of durability.
Yes.
Some have criticized old roads being more durable compared to what you're giving us of late. People wonder, one will tell you, see this road? When was it done? And when you go and get, it's a road that has been there for 15 years, and they'll take you to another one, engineer, and they say, Robert, you see this road? When was it done? I remember KCCL worked on it and say, now, give me the difference. What is keeping this road intact? And what is making this look as it is? Are there roads you make for temporary period of time? Maybe you have visitors and you do that. Is it by choice? Because maybe if you make a durable road, when will you come back to get a budget for that? So explain to my viewer.
I think, one, I'll look at it from two angles. Number one is that by the time some of these old roads we are talking about, which are now dead, were constructed, the vehicular traffic word on these roads was really very slow. So you had just a few vehicles which were using these roads. So even when you're looking at the design standards at that time, probably you are having an over-design of the road. A road which you are designing for maybe what in engineering we call maybe a T8. You actually, the traffic which is going to be there is maybe T4. But also, I will give you an example in Kampala, and I think this one, we are trying to work with the Minister of Works. It comes to regulation. If you're in Kampala, Kampala is like a construction site. You'll open a road and you have designed for, you have these heavy sino trucks, these construction trucks. You don't sometimes design for those roads, okay? Because in the Kololo, it's a residential area. It's, you have a few offices, but someone opens up a site there, and then the sino trucks, you see them plying that road. You've not designed for that axle loading. If you go to Japan, some of these construction sites, you'll find they use the smaller trucks with lighter axle loading. So usually you design a road, and then there is what we call generated traffic. Everyone wants to go to a road which is better. So they even abandon any other road. So for me, what we need to do probably is to ensure that we have probably a bigger network which of roads in good condition, ensure that this traffic is distributed as it is designed for, and then also to invest into maintenance. We are not maintaining our roads immediately we finish constructing them. We had to assume that you'll do it later on. Yet we should be doing the maintenance immediately we start.
We had the non-allied movement and the G77 plus here. Yes. We saw some roads being worked on.
Yes.
And today some are not that very pleasant. I'll give you a stretch from CID headquarters, that Mukwano, up to Reyre here. It was a road I use almost every morning, and it was in a very bad condition. You worked on it, it looked so wonderful. I would enjoy cruising when I'm late. I would even fly. Now, about 2 months back, you know what happened to that road? There is a ditch that came in, and if you were flying, you'd live to regret. Or you would say, I survived. Then also you had done something to do with the drainage. I must say there is an improvement when it comes to the speed of which the water is dissolves. But funny, the floods still happen.
True.
Now, the only difference that came thereafter was that if it rains, in about 10-15 minutes, once the rain stops, the water will go away. But when it is raining, still the other problem will happen. And careless drivers end up in ditches. Remember the ambulance that went? So, how would a road that has just been done, worked upon during the non-aligned movement conference and the G77, have issues and look as old as Entebbe Road, the other far end that was worked on years back?
First of all, that section is under the second phase of the Kampala flyover project. So when we were preparing for NAM, it was really a very bad state because it had not been attended to. Now, as KCCA, we said, okay, what do we do? The flyover is really a couple of years away. We have a conference, and this is likely to be one of the alternative routes. So we said, let us do some remedial intervention, some maintenance. What we did ideally is what I would call periodic maintenance. We didn't do reconstruction, or we never did full rehabilitation. And that intervention was able to serve the intended purpose. It was basically, I would call it a section repair to improve the riding surface of the road and also undertake some drainage improvement. Now, for us, what we are focused, so that is basically what we did for it. So you didn't expect it to last for, we never did full reconstruction, or like you may want to call it, because it is under the second phase of the flyover. So what we did was some remedial intervention. But we are doing something on drainage. If you go the other side of Chibuli, we are constructing there a 2-cell box culvert. Now, we want to trap that water, bring it first of all across that section, and then construct a box culvert parallel along the Mukwano, because Mukwano constructed over the channel which connects up to Nachivu. So we want, if we can be able to evacuate that water properly and provide sufficient drainage crossing that can carry it up to Nachivu channel. So our focus now as KCC is how do we trap all that water and be able to safely discharge it up to Nachivu, because much of that, the road itself, we know is going to be under the second phase of the flyover. So we did some remedial intervention at the time. Now for us as KCC, we are focusing on ensuring that we completely deal with the drainage problem in that place.
Now, let's go back to the projects that you mentioned.
Yes.
We have first the Kampala City Roads Rehabilitation Project, KCRP.
Yes.
What roads, more details about this?
Oh, KCRP, in the project appraisal report of the project was supposed to do 69 kilometers of roads. After design review, we are going to do about 77.8 kilometers. Now also we have another additional 9.1 kilometers, which is in Pererwe, Chitezi to Chiti Road. That road came later on. So overall we are going to have 86.9 kilometers of roads. Now we have a number of roads, we have 5 lots, contracts. Now under lot 1, we have roads like Old Mubendi, we have roads like Kabega, we have roads like Chigala, we have also roads like we have this junction, this Kivebulaya junction. We are constructing Bulange junction. You have seen, I think, where we are doing Queensway. We are doing a very big, there is an underpass bridge there. If you see, there is that road which goes to, which connects to Katwe. If you are coming from Katwe side.
Yes.
So
I've seen some construction work where there used to be, you said an underpass.
Yes, an underpass.
And up the railway line.
Yes, exactly. Then we have, under lot 2, we have Old Petbell Road, this one which goes up to Luzira. And then we have Spring Road, the one which passes the Abattoir. Then we have, under lot 3, we have roads like 5th Street, we have 6th Street, we have 7th Street, we have 8th Street. Then we have roads like Sapol Kagwa. I'm sure if you have passed there, you have seen. We have Suna 1, we have Suna 2, we have Muzito Road. Then that is under lot 3. Then under lot 4, we have roads like Salama Road, the controversial Salama Road. We have roads like Cheba and Ring Road. We have roads like Kisasi 2 Road. We have Kasubi to Kampala Northern Bypass. And also we are doing the section from Queensway up to Chibuye. Then under lot 5, we have Mugema, we have Masiro, we are doing Sentema 1 and then Sentema 2, which is the other side. Now in addition to that, we also have the one I talked about from Perere to Chitezi up to Chiti. So those are 86.9 kilometers. So currently as we speak now, we have completed about 30.5 kilometers, already sealed with the asphalt. There was a bit of delay, some of the contractors. You know, it's like you admit students. I always like to use this example for purposes of in form of an analogy. If you admit students to a school like Gayaza High, you have a 4, 5, 6, 7. These students are not at the same level of performance. So you have one will get a first grade, another will get a straight. But that doesn't mean all of them are stupid. So you have to somehow find a way. So these contractors, the ones we got, some of them don't have the same capacity. There are those who have been moving much faster, others are struggling. But we have increased the pressure in terms of supervision, and we are confident that by the end of this year, most of these roads will really be out.
So should we be guaranteed that the funds are available?
Yes, the funds are available. ADB already provided the money.
Yes.
Usually the misconception is that the public thinks we have this money in our coffers at KCC, which is not the case. For us, the bank has assured us the money, the loan was signed. So what we do by the time they give us an objection to proceed, this is a loan which was already given. Our job is to ensure the works are done by the contractors, we prepare the certificates, and then the bank pays. So we have commitment that the money is available to ensure these works are completed.
But most of the times, where do we hear the contractors claim sometimes delays? They'll tell you it was all about the flow of money to them. And yet you assure us this is a loan from the Africa Development Bank. So the money is available, these roads are going to be worked on. Then after a time, recently I saw our Right Honorable Prime Minister, meeting some of these contractors, and she was very furious, very upset. And many would say, but you see, now we had issues with the financing, and yet I remember hosting someone from KCN official and said, no, for this road and this road, Africa Development Bank, the money is there, we have it. It is now the contractors.
What happens is that once a contractor the site is handed over, the contractor must carry out works. Okay, those works are checked for quality by the supervising engineer, who prepares what you call a payment certificate. So he says, okay, the contractor has requested for work of, say, maybe $4 million, but in his opinion as the engineer, he should be paid for $2.5 million. And then there is a payment process. It is submitted to the client, which is KCCA. We do our paperwork, we send it to audit. There is a process. Then it goes to finance, and the money is paid. So you don't just say contractor has finished today and like you open money from your pocket and give it to them. No, there is that process which must be concluded before the money is sent to the contractor, and it's provided for within the contracts. So the time may vary. Some contracts 28 days, others 56 days, others 30 days. So we have to follow that process. It doesn't mean that money is somewhere in a bag. So every time a contractor says, oh, a certificate is finished, you go open a safe and count. No, you do the paperwork, and then the bank pays, and that sometimes takes a bit of time. But the money is there, and once the contractors have done their work, they are paid.
Okay, now I'll be going for short break. Development, that is GKM. It's quite a long one there. But we'll be discussing that. Which roads are there? Do we have the money for you who is staying there? What is also expected of you as these projects are moving on? Let's take a short break.
Live from UBC studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Okero. Kajambo. Akamulaga wana abawa nyumba. Apakako noga bazeyo. Mugida kuligidamu. Neda sewe. Tuli mu kugenda ku polling station kukebera nkalala z'abalonzi. Njagala kakasiza ddala nti erinnya lyange mwe liri mu register. Nja kusobola okulonda. Ate no Sophie wano naye agenda kakasiza ddala nti erinnya lye mwe liri mu register. Kaka fenna tugenda kukebera tulabe nga tusobola okulonda. Balabo. Ate bano abalizi baffe betuyi. Bano no tebakyali balenzi. Kati basajja okulonda okwaggwa bali bakyali bato. Naye ku mulundi guno nabo bagenda kulonda. Era gye tuli tugenda tukebera amanya gaffe. Njagaza ekintu kino nange kanzira waka nkire mukyala wange tukebere enkala z'okulonda.
Enkalala z'abalonzi zitimbiddwa wonna awalonderwa mu ggwanga, era nga zijja kubaayo okutuukira ddala nga 15 omwezi ogwokutaano 2025. Tosubwa omukisa guno ogenda okukakasa ti woolondera we watuufu n'ebikwatako byebyo ebiwandiikiddwa. Tutegeeza abo abaafa basobole okuggibwa mu nkalala z'abalonzi, kw'ossa n'abo abalabikira ku lukalala okusukka omulundi ogumu nabo basobole okutereezebwa. Buli kalulu ka muwendo. Obubaka buno bukutuusibwako ekitongole kya Electoral Commission of Uganda.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Form Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Form Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This is Diamond Platinums. Just want to confirm to you that May 24th, I'll be performing live at Africa Coffee Park for Coffee Marathon Concert, and Diamond Platinums will be performing live. So tell all Mukos, Lion Simba is coming, gonna have fun, gonna celebrate.
Grab your kit, grab your shoes, because we are running at the Coffee Marathon in Tungamo on the 24th of May. And if running is not your thing, you can show up for the vibes. As we close the day at the Coffee Concert with live performances from Diamond Platinums, Sister Charity, and Reggie. Visit www.coffeemarathonug.com to register now for just 30,000 shillings. Your fee includes a marathon kit and full access to the concert. The Coffee Marathon, uplifting rural coffee women out of poverty. Brought to you by Inspire Africa Group.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break. We are still looking at infrastructure development in the city. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono. That is in case you've just joined. And with me, I have the Deputy Director, Roads and Drainage, Kampala Capital City Authority. So this is the man. Yes, of course, he has his boss, but he's the deputy. We'll talk about our roads in Kampala and the drainage system. And that is the gentleman I'm having in the studios this morning, with whom we are trying to discuss more. Engineer Morris Kairan. Well, disturbing a bit of to pronounce, but he's the person I'm having. Now, we are looking at Project 2 regarding the roads, and that is the Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area Urban Development Program. Please take us through this.
Thank you. Area project is being implemented in 9 entities, and KCCA is one of the major beneficiaries. Currently, as we speak now, we have rolled out contracts of 19.85 kilometers. Lotted into 5 lots. These contracts have been signed by our executive director We have given the contractors the commencement notices, and their start, that is 1st April, and these contracts will last for 18 months. That is batch 1, which we have rolled out. So, like I said, it will cover about 18.5 kilometers, and some of the roads under this project currently, which are going to be worked on, we have Beni Kiwanuka Road, which is 1.4 kilometers. We have Rashid Kamisi, 0.8. Old Kampala, which is also called Matia Mulumba Road, that's 1.3 kilometers, including there is that extension of Jinari Road of 0.2 kilometers. Then we're also going to reconstruct Chira Road, this one which starts from Lago and goes up to the police station. We are going to dual it. Then we're also going to have Untake Road, Road Master Link, which is 1.05 kilometers, and then Chigobe Road. We're also going to have Muganzi Rwaza Road, that's in Kawempe. We have Mukalazi Road. We also have Katalimwa Road, and then Chebando 34X Road. We're also going to do Nsambia Estate Road, Bemba Road, and this Wavamuno Road. You know that road, we have many conferences in Munyonyo.
Yes.
So we think we should also work on the link from the one which touches Gaba and then goes up to Munyonyo. So that is in the first batch, 19.85 kilometers. We have rolled out, the consultants are doing the design review. Anytime from now, the machine should be hitting what? The ground. So in the next phase, we are now packaging another about 14 or 15 kilometers of other roads in batch 2. But also allow me at this point in time, Robert, to talk about what we are doing in drainage. Because probably I have not talked about it.
I was going to come to that, but still you can go ahead.
Yeah, I can, because also under GKMA we have some drainage. Originally we had wanted to complete UBG, but we are still engaging the bank because there is about 980 meters, which you have not yet under. So what we are doing now, that okay, as we try to see if it's possible, yes or no, we have realized that in Kampala we have over 103 crossings, road crossings, the likes of the Auto Spas, the likes of Soweto, the likes of...
So when you talk about crossings, these are areas
where we are putting major box culverts to allow for...
Yes.
You know, if you have a culvert and along a channel, it is supposed to carry water. Now, if it is inadequate, you get a constriction. So you get a backflow. So in some of these places, you find they have been flooding because you have a narrow box culvert. So we are trying to widen these structures.
There is one I saw at Auto Spa.
Yes, Auto Spa. You remember during now that place used to flood before. I have not at least heard of reports of flooding. You've heard of Soweto. That place used to flood. So we put their box culverts. We are now currently doing we did at Kosovo. We are now doing at Soweto, near that church of, is it Pastor Chwe or something like that? I don't quite remember. But we have a contractor there. You've seen what we have done at Usafi Market.
Yes.
Yes, we have done some. So we have a number of crossings we want to target. Okay? Now, these crossings, we believe they will help in improving the performance of our entire drainage network in Kampala. And like I said, we have about 103. So under this GKM, we also have money, about 50 billion for drainage in the KCCA. So in the first batch, we want to roll out about crossings of about 25 billion. Okay, and we think this will go a long way into improving the performance of our drainage system in Kampala. Of course, as we look for money to improve on channels like Narukorongo, Chinawataka, even complete probably Lubiji, and even in Achivu. Okay, so that is ideally under GKMA, holistically. But also allow me to talk about the other interventions we have in KCCA. Currently, the government has committed to give us about 550 billion shillings to reconstruct and upgrade about 85 kilometers. We have rolled out the first batch of 14.6 kilometers to the contractor. And this includes a number of roads. If I can probably read for you here a few of them. We have like Barton Street, we are going to do Bukoto Street, William Street, Mapera Road, Market Street. We did some work with our friends of SFC on Lower Kololo. We want to do Golf Course, Nsamba Road, and a number of other roads. So the first batch of the roads we have rolled out is 14.65 kilometers. Now, under this budget of 550 billion, we also want to do some of the crossings. So our interventions are not only focusing on roads, but also the drainage. Now, drainage, we are saying we do the channels, the primaries, the secondaries, and also the tertiaries, but also the crossings. Then also, we are not saying we are not only doing roads and the drainage. You have seen these junctions which are being constructed in the city. being converted into signalized junctions.
Yes.
You have seen what is happening at Mulago.
Removing the roundabouts and putting traffic lights.
Putting traffic lights.
My big question to you there,
yes.
are these AI motivated, or are we going to have the same problem? Because we have outdated, allow me say that.
In Kampala are controlled from one place. So you can have traffic moderation depending on how traffic is coming in. If I have more roads for traffic, for example, coming from Wandegea to the junction, then I can moderate, allow more time for the green and probably this time for the red. So we are not going to be analog. We are moving with the trends. Yes, we are moving with trends. And we are hoping that probably after, because these are 27 junctions,
yes.
Cases you have more junctions. We think we are trying to speak to the Japanese if they can give us more money to continue signalizing even the other junctions. So we are doing a multimodal traffic transport approaches. We are not only dealing with the roads as a mode of transport, we are dealing with the drainage because it affects our roads by focusing on the channels, by also focusing on the crossings to mitigate flooding at our roads, and also ensuring mobility of traffic is improved in the city by signalizing our junctions.
Now, Maurice, let me also get this from you. Yeah. Now that I have the man in charge here, within my group, I've come to observe that we have contractors that are failing us because most of the times they have so much on their plate and they fail to queue. Yes, we know we have the procedure to follow. How government, the procurement, we have a whole unit there. But I remember very well, I'm keen watching His Excellency speak and the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Now, I don't want to quote which particular official from KCCA, but that wasn't you, who said a contractor is not doing well, but you end up having that very contractor taking a big chunk of these contracts you've just talked about here. Are these going to be given out basing on performance, or are we going to see the same thing? They tell you this is the contractor working on Machindia Junction, is the contractor working here, and there. At the end of the day, almost all his works are not proceeding with the time and deadline.
I think, thank you, Robert. We have, learning is a continuous process. From the time I've been at KCC, now for about 2.5 years, we have taken lessons. For example, some of these projects like under the KCRP, ADB funded the KCRP. If you look at what we have done under GKMA, we have tried to get a bit smaller lots, not the bigger lots. And then we have 5 small lots, of 25 billion, of 30 billion. So you want to spread the risk because you open up these tenders. It's open and competitive. People submit their bids. You evaluate based on the paperwork. You even do due diligence. Due diligence, you write to their bank. The bank tells you, this guy has money. You go and look for equipment. You go to his yard. There is equipment. You even look at his statements. He has money. You look at the personnel he has presented. They confirm that, I work for this company. I'm available. I will work. So the guy starts to work. Then for some reason, you start seeing he's limping. Now, within the contract, you have provisions for termination, for trying to compel them, even the penalties. You do that. Actually, by the way, some of these contractors you see who are not performing is because we have enhanced the enforcement of the what? Of the penalties. We are charging, for example, like under ADB, we have sectional completion. If you don't complete a certain section, for example, if you don't do 40% of the work in 60% of the time of a certain load, we charge you liquidated damages. So if we hit you the first time, you'll wake up. If we put pressure on you and give you, for example, notice to correct, you know the next stage is going to be notice of intention to terminate. You'll wake up and say, wait a minute. It's like you as an employee, Robert. If your boss gives you a warning letter, hey, wait a minute. If you want the job, you'll still wake up and start to work. So they know they got contracts and they have commitments. They have given you performance securities. Imagine a contractor who has a job of 100 billion and is given a performance security of 10%, which is 10 billion. If he doesn't perform and you terminate, you know what happens? You cash the performance guarantee. He doesn't want to lose the 10 billion. So you'll wake up because he said, wait a minute, if I don't perform, they will cash my guarantee. So it's like if they give you a warning letter and you're not performing and you want your job, you certainly work. So there are remedies which we have in the contract and we are enhancing that enforcement of those remedies. Even also at procurement, we are saying, wait, let us be a little bit more vigilant. If you have one lot, we cannot allow you to have another lot. Like under GKMA, if you're not done, for example, 70%, we are saying we should not add you. Demonstrate, then we add you. So we are making improvements, and we think we shall soon get there, where our people will be happy and they will really come to appreciate what we are doing.
Now, also a quick one on issues of compensation.
Yes.
There is where we have a dilemma. KCCA, I think I saw it, this is Silver Spring, Hotel, that road. You call it Port Bell?
Port Bell Road.
Yes.
The one
Now, you hear that here, we have no budget for compensation.
Yes.
But man, you're going to pass in my land. In Kampala, however small it is, I can put something and someone gives me money. So how are you handling this issue? Then later you're told, now we're told because someone said they want compensation. Then later, but we met them, they agreed. Now this, who is not being clear, or why then do you go for a project? Well, no, you're passing through somehow people's properties, and not all automatically will understand it, and you don't have a budget for compensation.
Thank you, Robert. Now, for me, from my experience, it depends on the project. I'll give you an example. Under ADB, one of the conditions, I think, for the loan was the government was supposed to provide counterpart funding. So about $11 million. Now, part of that is for acquisition of additional land tech. If I design a road, I have to engineer it. If I want to follow the existing alignment, it may not be well engineered. So as an engineer, based on the design standards, I have to engineer it. So you find in some incidences, if I engineer this road the way it should be, using a certain curve radius, I may have to break off a certain part of someone's building. So in that case, you compensate. There are areas where you find I'm just taking a few inches, and I will engage you, Robert, and say, please, and then you say it is okay. But this is where you're actually going through someone's because you have engineered.
Breaking my fence.
So under KCRP ADB funded the project, there was a provision for government counterpart funding. So because those roads were earmarked, they were selected in consultation with the BAC because they serve a certain objective under the project. So there is a provision. But then under GKM, it's different. We are saying if you want a road to be done, you must be willing to give us the land. There is voluntary giving of the land. You want the road. Because there are benefits that accrue when we do the road. The value of land appreciates. The properties appreciate. Even if you're a landlord and you have some properties along the road which are being rented, probably the rent will go up. The customer volumes will increase. People are not. I was speaking the other day, a colleague of mine who was asking me about Chitezi. He has a medical facility. He said, people have told him he wants to get a loan and upgrade. But he knows they are telling him that if this road is upgraded, as it is being said, then the traffic volume will increase to his business. So he also has a benefit. So there are benefits we are saying that accrue to you even as the use of the road. So can you give us the land? So that's the model we are using under GKMA. If you are not willing to give us the land, we tell the politicians, let us find another road because we have so many roads. Now under GOU, for us, if there is no land, we don't touch the road. Because we don't have the money. Government is already giving us 550 billion to do about 85 kilometers. Sure, I use some of that money to compensate. So I will look for the Morrises who are willing to give land to have the road, because I will explain to you the benefit. So we are encouraging our people that because land is very expensive as a cost to the project, overall project, let us convince our people to give us land voluntarily, because there are also benefits that accrue to them. And the communities are picking up this. They are beginning to appreciate. We have projects where people are willing to give land, even far more land. Even very big people in government who come and say, oh, me have given you land. Please, you do this, I will give you the land. So that's now the new kind of approach you want to use. If government gives us the money, if everyone gives us the money, please give us the land and we do the road for you. You'll also benefit, we also benefit.
Well, very interesting there. Give us the land, because of course our road comes with enormous benefits. We've come to the end of this, but before I let my guest out of the studios, I'll just give him a minute or two for his parting shot.
Thank you, viewers. I want to assure our viewers that please don't lose faith in us. We are committed because, you know, we are our bosses, you pay us. We are dedicated and we are focused to ensure that we transform the city infrastructure for the benefit of you and us all who live in us. Thank you so much for listening to me, and please give us the feedback. It helps us to improve and do our job better. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Maurice, for your time, and of course, my viewer. Thank you very much for being with us on this cold morning, but I hope in case you have infants, they're in holidays, ensure they are warm and they are in-house to avoid diseases that come as a result of, those are very tricky people. And in case you're coming to town, carry yourself something to keep you warm. And an umbrella is also something you should carry if you're going to do foot movements here and there. Have the best of your day. May the good Lord bless you. See you tomorrow.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Uganda, haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life. When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
3 days of music, laughter, and adventure surrounded by the beauty of nature, featuring Africa's top artists. Dance and live fully in the biggest celebration of Africa's diverse heritage, deep in nature's embrace. Welcome to Milege. Explore and celebrate live music, dance, cinema, food, folklore, and stories. Milege World Music Festival 2025, 6th to 8th June at Botanical Gardens, Entebbe. To buy your ticket, dial *165*20#. Choose Milege Festival 2025 and follow the prompts. Or call 0752-833-111 or visit www.milege.org. Sponsored by Entebbe Municipal Council, Uganda Wildlife Education Center, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Civil Aviation Authority, Uganda Tourism Board, Rock Telecom, Ovidian Uganda, 106.5 Energy Radio, Protea Hotel Entebbe, and UBC.
Buza Kamiso now, enhancing tax education and bringing it closer to the taxpayers. Many Ugandans have questions about the taxes they pay to URA.
When we come at revenue, they tell us to clear Chitenge at 10,000. And when we are selling Chitenge, we sell it at 17. So we don't know whether we are working or not.
Understanding your tax obligations can help you grow your business and avoid unnecessary losses. Now, you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Hey, Okero. Hey, Kajambo. Mukasa. Where are you going with the family?
Oh no. We are on our way to the polling station. The Electoral Commission is displaying the National Voters Register. And I need to make sure my name is on it. And Sophie here wants to confirm her voter details. We are all warming up for elections. Okay.
What about these young men? I can see you.
These ones are no longer boys. They are now men. Last election, they were too young to vote. But now, they are ready to vote.
Mukasa, you have really inspired me. Now let me also go home and pick my wife so that we can check the details in the register. Okay. See you on the police station.
The National Voters Register will be displayed at your polling station from 25th April to 15th May 2025. Please do not miss this chance to confirm your polling station and your voter details. Report the dead for removal from the register and those who appear more than once. Every vote matters. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Uganda.
Uyu ye Diplock Segawanga chaguze myaka namwe 3 May ku National Theatre. A lifetime of melody concert. 43 years of Diplock Segawa performing in Kampala for the first time in a long time. Enyimbo boba dowuli ampulire kati jangu. Diplock Segawa hazikuyimbire. Tickets ya gold ya mtwalo 15 ate VIP ya mtwalo 30. Booking a ticket yo ku noti 755 uba ku www.carrytickets.com uba ku National Theatre ono ye Diplock Segawa 23 May 2025 ku National Theatre celebrating 43 years of Diplock Segawa. Big tutusi wako charism UNCC UNMF Statewide Insurance Company UCC Riz Medical Center Donjo Fashions Hot Q Vibes ne Carry Tickets.
We used to run, but most of the time we were running away from something. But nowadays, everything seems different. People still run, but they are running towards something. They run to test their limits, to break new records. And when we do it right, we inspire others.
The inaugural Coffee Marathon, uplifting rural coffee women, 24th May at Africa Coffee Park, Ntungamo.
Come, let us run.
To register, dial *217*413#. Choose option 4. Or scan the event QR code or visit the website to choose the race options. Brought to you by Inspire Africa Group.
This week on UBC.
In 2016, President Yoweri Museveni visited Mount Zion Church, where he prayed with the congregation. During his speech, he made a heartfelt pledge to construct a modern church in honor of Monsignor Expedito Magembe.
Welcome to Bukarango, which is under the Kampala Archdiocese. Here we are constructing a church, a very modern church, which will be the most beautiful one in Uganda. This one was pledged by His Excellency the President, and he directed us, Engineers Brigade, to do the construction.
The church, which is currently under construction, is capable of accommodating over 2,000 worshippers.
The uniqueness of UPDF Engineers Brigade projects is that they always work under a stipulated time within the provided funds. UPDF projects are quite cheaper and the quality is good.
I would like to thank His Excellency for this grant of the construction of the church and also Sisters Convent. The work has been well done, and we want to appreciate His Excellency, the UPDF, who are the contractors of this, and the engineers, and the site engineers for the work well done.
The UPDF Engineering Brigade is diligently working to bring this vision to life, turning the President's promise into a tangible reality that will serve as a sacred heaven for the community.
The quality of the works is very good because this is basically most of this is reinforced concrete works. We ensure that we get reinforcing steel from approved manufacturers.
In the heart of Bukalango in Wakiso district, the Uganda People's Defense Forces Engineering Brigade is embarking on a mission to build a modern church at Bukalango under the Kampala Archdiocese.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
His condition is stabilized for now, but 95% of the circumflex artery and anterior descending branch are blocked. We'll run some checks first. If there are no serious contraindications, we can arrange for bypass surgery first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Doctor. Dad, what's wrong?
Sir, what is it?
I don't want to have a surgery, Doctor.
No, listen to me. Are you aware of your condition? The pathological changes in your blood vessels are so severe that stenting is impossible.
I don't want surgery.
Dad.
I won't sign the paper. I won't agree. I won't have it. No.
Dad.
I won't have it. No. I won't have it. No. Please.
The patient's daughter wants surgery, but the patient is conscious and lucid and firmly refused. What should we do? Anyway, we can't go against the will of the patient.
Director Shao, in recent years, your department has performed many such surgeries with a high success rate. Not doing this surgery now won't improve the patient's condition, so it's not a matter of choice.
Hey, Director. Oh, you're all here. Here are Gersha Shin's latest abdominal CT scan. A space-occupying tumor is found on the right hepatic lobe. I just checked his medical records from the other hospital. 5 months ago, he's diagnosed with early-stage liver cancer, but he's never received treatment. The latest test results show the tumor dimension is 4.5 centimeters with tumor-infiltrating lymphocytes nearby. No distant metastasis. A complete evaluation confirms stage 2 liver cancer. Physical exams show no organ-specific metastasis.
How come he didn't receive treatment when he was diagnosed?
He received a death sentence with a plea for manslaughter and was released a few years ago but was diagnosed with cancer. With one blow after another throughout the years. If you can persevere and still remain standing.
But his family has been waiting for him and hoping for his survival. Any of his individual conditions may be treated, but he suffers from liver cancer, renal failure, and myocardial infarction. Neither surgery nor chemo is viable.